Dark, cold, rainy evening, and it is a perfect evening to talk about one of the best fragrances ever made. Hi everyone, I am the Fragrance Enjoyer. In today's video, I will be talking about one of my favorite fragrances and one of the most sought after fragrances currently from the house of Tom Ford. We're going to talk about Plum Japonais. Now, in this specific video, I will go over the fragrance itself. So how does it smell like? I'm going to show you the bottle. And I will try to compare it to the current offerings that you can buy from other brands. And also in the end, I will give you my opinion why this is one of the masterpieces from the house of Tom Ford. And where and when you can actually wear this one. So if you want to hear all that, please stay tuned. Let's kick this review off with the typical presentation. So it is the default Tom Ford presentation that you've been used to pretty much. It is a 50 ml, right? As I slide off the cover, this will reveal the bottle, which, to be frank, it is a pretty simple design. So there's not much to talk about when you discuss Tom Ford bottles. But what do makes them cool is the fact if you have about 5 or 10 of them, you can stack them next to each other and it's gonna look great. So that's one positive. And it kind of looks classy, let's be honest, with the polished top. And if you take that off, it will reveal the actual sprayer itself. All plastic this time. So let's do a close-up of the bottle itself so we can enjoy it together. So let's talk about the smell. So this one, in my opinion, is one of the best plum fragrances out there, if not the best. It is a fruity, spicy, sweet, woody oriental smell with the focus on plum, of course, which is contrasted by vanilla, benzoin, oud, amber, and saffron. This is an absolutely beautiful creation from the house of Tom Ford. It is such a shame that this was discontinued because this is one of the best winter fragrances that you can buy or that you could have bought. This starts off, actually I'm gonna spray it, even though, I'll spray this a little bit. Oh, this is so good. So this immediately from the top gives you a very sweet, fruity, thick, substantial, full-bodied smell. This is beautiful. You can immediately smell the plum liqueur. There are hints of cinnamon. You can smell the vanilla backing everything up. And then the more you start to smell it, the more you're getting hints of the oud. That is the backbone of this fragrance, together with the vanilla and saffron. Now, don't get me wrong, this is by no means an oud fragrance. It is very difficult to notice the oud itself, depending how experienced you are in this game. But you can tell it's there. It gives the fragrance the depth, and it feels like you can literally smell it forever. So the way this fragrance starts off, which is, as I mentioned, fruity, sweet, thick, it's gonna stay that way for a long time. As this one dries down, it's gonna lean more on the sweetness of the plum and vanilla. And both the plum and vanilla will be resting on the bed of oud with a little bit of saffron spices as well. To my nose, this is a linear, more of a linear smell. This doesn't evolve too much, but that's great because it doesn't really need to evolve at all because it is amazing from the first get-go. So the beautiful smell that you smell at the start, you will also get that at the dry down as well. Simply stunning fragrance. What's important to know about this fragrance is that it is discontinued, so you cannot get it anymore. If you're lucky and if you see this pop up somewhere, please triple check if it's a legit bottle, because there are some fakes out there. And if you're convinced that this is the real deal, then please go ahead and buy this. I would say if you like sweet, fruity fragrances, that you will be more than safe to blind buy this one. So if you get the chance to get this one, just do it, because even if on the off chance that you don't like it and don't love it, then you will be able to resell it almost immediately, or swap it for something, or swap it for something else. This fragrance will envelop you in the most beautiful, sweet, fruity cloud that is going to last the whole workday. Now, with this specific fragrance, what is important to mention is that it is not a very loud fragrance. So even though it has oud, saffron, and vanilla on the dry down, mixed with the fruity notes and plum on top, it is not going to be a beast mode projector. It is going to project, don't get me wrong, it's going to be at least maybe 2 arms length, which is good enough for most people, I would say, but only in the first hour of the wear. After the first hour, this is going to be more of a personal scent bubble. It's going to be for you. It's going to be for the people that get closer to you. And it is perfect for the winter. So if you're going to a Christmas market in Germany, or if you are going for Christmas shopping, or if you are walking around in the city in the snow, this is literally one of the best smells you can have on you, period. So after the first hour, hour and a half, it is going to start to dry down a little bit. So it's going to switch into the dry down, which is, again, as I said, a combination of oud, vanilla, saffron, etc. It is going to stay that way for the next 6 to 7 hours. So you are getting a 7 to 8 hour performance with this one. And after those 8 hours, it is going to turn essentially into a very sweet, very well balanced, even still, skin scent. But it is the most beautiful skin scent. So even after 8 hours, you will be well served with this fragrance. Who is this one for, and when should you wear it? So this is for winter and very cold fall evenings, I would say. There is one alternative that I'm currently familiar with that smells, or that leans in the same direction that Plum Japonais does. Now, I might upset some people by saying this, but to me and to my nose, that is PDLN3, which is Parfum de la Nuit 3 from Rouge à Dove. So I do not have the full bottle, hence I'm not going to do a full comparison. But when I do get a full bottle, and I will compare these two. Now, what I want to mention from the get-go, just so that you don't run off and actually buy PDLN3 thinking that it's going to smell exactly like Plum Japonais. They don't. But if you compare them side by side, and I did multiple times, they lean in the same direction. The main difference between these two is that Plum Japonais is more fruitier, it's more full-bodied, and is more rich. So this is a richer, fruitier fragrance. Now PDLN3 leans way more resinous. So this one will envelop you in a fruity cloud bubble. This one, because it's extremely resinous and has a better performance, by the way, than Plum Japonais, this will cut through the cold air and it will actually project way more. So this is extremely resinous. It is also, to my nose, a bit animalic as well. This one does not lean that way at all. But both are very sweet winter fragrances, I would say, at least to my nose. With, again, the biggest difference of PDLN3 being very resinous and slicing through the air, so to say, where Plum Japonais will simply envelop you in this beautiful cloud. So that having said, to finish off the review, this is a absolute 10 out of 10 fragrance for me. This is probably the easiest recommendation for a fragrance that I can give you. If you like spicy, fruity, oriental winter fragrances, and you love Plum, obviously, then you will absolutely love this one. You will not be regretting a purchase of this fragrance at all. And as I mentioned, even if you buy it and you don't like it, you can sell it almost on the same day without any issues at all. To be frank, if you have this one and you want to sell it, you give me a call and I will buy it from you immediately if you are in the EU. Because this one I cannot get enough of, to be honest. So this has been my review of Plum Japonais. As I mentioned, one of the most beautiful fragrances ever. and it is the perfect fragrance for a dark, rainy, stormy evening such as today. And it is indeed my scent of the night. So please do let me know what your thoughts are on this fragrance. If you know any alternatives, because if you do, please let me know. I am dying to find out more scents that smell like this. And if you have any fragrance review suggestions, if you want to know more about this one, then please do let me know. Other than that, stay tuned for the next videos. I have a lot more reviews coming, as the number of fragrances that I enjoy is just getting bigger and bigger, and I definitely would like to cover all of those and share them with you guys. So thanks a lot for watching. Again, if you want to see more videos, more reviews, then please subscribe. Other than that, have a good one.